Gossip Girl series about life of Manhattan's elite, like young adults from rich families and their parents, covers many problematic and controversial topics I have a huge interest in, such as class distinction between extremely rich people and pretty much everyone else, life and survival in higher society or higher society socialization guide, wishes, ambitions, self-esteem, pressure, and again survival, powerful authoritarian parents, and of course our favorite, a really long, good directed, and amazingly interesting love line between main characters Blair Waldorf and Chuck Bass that shows us many interesting ideas, such as maturity and development in relationships from egoism and fear to altruism and selfless love. This energy like mutual understanding without any words, and equality, partnership, and teamwork between two very strong, very insightful, very powerful, and what makes it also interesting, also very manipulative and cunning and sophisticated personalities. And this is all like not mentioning this huge amount of amazing, great schemes and fashion and higher society events and American culture and many other things that we simply can learn from Gossip Girl. And this is why, though I don't like teenage series at all, I usually don't watch such stuff. But Gossip Girl is a series that somehow I watched 3 times. It's like mind-blowing because I usually don't even spend time on watching series, but there is something in it that I really love. And as I was watching this last time, I thought that, God, I want to share my insights. I want to share how I see it, my philosophy that I see through this series, like to discuss those perspectives and those ideas that this series brings and why this is so touching for me. And if you would like it, if you will find this interesting, I can make more videos in such topic like philosophy of your favorite books, of your favorite series and films. I think it's a really great idea, and this is what I really love, this is what I study, this is what I am enjoying myself. So let me know what you like, if you would like it, and let's go straight to the point. First, of course, social class distinction. The lifestyle and level that all this series shows is something that like no one of us can really afford ourselves except of 1% of this world, I guess.
The Upper East Side was like something from Fitzgerald or Thackeray, all with the trappings of truly opulent wealth. And membership in this community was so elite you couldn't even buy your way in. It was a birthright I didn't have, and my greatest achievements would never earn me.
The thing that maybe hooks us up is that by watching this series, we first in our lives got access to the world that we most likely will never be proud of. I like this quote from another video that Manhattan was not just for winners, but for winners of winners. This level like of spendings, of lifestyle, of life that they live, it's something that maybe many of us want, but only like 1% can really get there. And this is one of the problems that one of the main characters, that Humphrey, faces during this whole series.
Are you following us or something?
No, I go to your school. Identical uniforms? That kind of a tip-off?
Like, he kind of tries to deny the fact that he desperately wants to be part of this world, and only in the end of the series we understand how badly he wanted this whole time, and yet still we remember what Blair Waldorf said about him almost in the end of the series.
We all hoped that humble Humphrey would overcome his Brooklyn roots to join a higher social strata. I mean, after all, it's the American dream, but let's face it, in his case, the dream has died.
The membership that is so elite that you can't even buy entrance, that you can't even like achieve it with all of your attributes, you simply need to be born there. Which, of course, reminds us of monarchy, and this is exactly the rule form that Blair Waldorf prefers. She prefers to fear everyone that she is surrounded with, so she can control them as the main ruler.
Haven't you heard? I'm the crazy bitch around here.
According to philosophy of this series, you can't buy membership in this society by being good, by like being there for everyone. First, we can see these like outsiders, those people that try to stay genuine, try to stay themselves, but as long as they come again and again in these circles, they will either always be defeated or they need to turn to people they're trying to fight with and pretty much to betray themselves. And if they won't, then they simply leave town, as Vanessa did, as Jenny Humphrey did, and as many other characters that we didn't like that much.
You don't belong there anyway.
If we catch you hanging around again,
there will be consequences.
And we're really good at payback.
You can also like buy access by dating someone from those elite, which we saw really good in this example of Chuck and Eva.
Pack my things.
Only the things you came with.
This is also a house of cards, which blows so easily. This shows us how cunning and how cruel this game can be. How any second you can be like there at the top of the world and then as down as possible. And this is what makes those characters, those like rich kids, so strong. We saw this example on Serena, on Blair, on Chuck, on pretty much everyone, that everyone had their top and their down moments and yet they survived. Even Blair, like queen bee of this monarchy, she still needs permanently, every time, consistently to prove that she's worth of it. Like it's never easy to be on the top.
The world you're looking for only exists from the outside. The only reason I survive in it is because I always knew it was empty.
Yeah, well, now I know too. I found out the hard way.
The hard way is the only way.
We can also see, and that's why I like this series very much, because this show this part of the world as well, what a huge role family plays in this elite society. Families. How connections inside the family will always be more important than any others. How family protects herself, like family against all the world. We can see how close and powerful this society can be, then they combine together against one enemy, and yet how many problems and how many fights there are inside of those circles.
Oh, come on, Mom.
No, she knew that she was a greedy, spoiled...
Excuse me, Lily. I'm not the one who's been married 5 times.
Ladies,
Most of which was for money.
excuse me.
Well, at least I didn't try to embezzle my own daughter's trust fund so I could go shopping at Lululemon.
Second interesting part of this philosophy are parents of those kids, and they are really not like usual parents. They all are very sophisticated.
This is not fooling anyone. You, office, now.
I really like Lily in all this game, how she married how many times?
And I love Bart, not just because he has money. I have enough money. Not that you can ever have enough money.
Next, of course, one of our favorites is this evolution of love between Blair Waldorf and Chuck Bass, which are both extremely strong and interesting personalities. How sophisticated they are, how they both are extremely clever. I need to say that Blair Waldorf is amazingly clever, intelligent woman, and I really enjoy how she understands many situations, how she understands many intrigues and schemes. They both, at the very beginning, are extremely egoistic and they think mostly only about themselves.
I can't believe you lied to me, trying to use sex to distract me.
I learned from the best.
The photograph is mine.
She stole my shoes.
Though Blair, at the very beginning, as she really falls in love with Chuck, she understands that it's not about her ego anymore, and she told Chuck that she loves him twice before he finally did this. Like, Blair is a little bit better in losing her pride in order to love someone, while Chuck, he simply has fear to be weak because Blair causes him weaknesses. Because he feels weak when he is with her, and that's why he prefers to deny it, but it is impossible to do this. You can see my video about self-defense mechanisms. Denial is one of them, and it never works. So finally he understands and accepts what he feels. He accepts how weak he can be because of this woman. But then it's very interesting dialogue also between his father and Chuck at the end.
You know, no matter how hard I have tried to turn you into a man, it still remains the one big failure of my life.
You're not a man. A man accepts responsibility for his actions. A man takes care of his family.
To really care about someone, to take responsibility, it's not a weakness, it's a decision of a powerful, really powerful man that can do this. He understands this, and this idea is really huge, because only boy fears to take responsibility, only boy fears to be weak because of woman, but the true man, he understands what he feels, he can accept it, and he can take responsibility because of his feelings. Amazing part in philosophy of the relationships is that how they they can feel and understand each other. They understand each other without any words, like as Chuck told once, that he knows Blair better than he knows anyone. They race together, he knows exactly how to make her happy, exactly what she likes, what kind of style she likes, what kind of event she likes, what kind of speeches, what what is on her mind all the time, and exactly as Blair knows what to do to make Chuck happy. I just enjoy this moment, how he empowered her with a photograph.
Can I take your picture?
What? Why?
Aren't you Blair Waldorf?
Yes. Yes, I guess I am.
So, why'd you want me to take that girl's picture?
Dumbo could always fly. He just needed a magic feather.
All those signs, how they understand each other, all those things that they can read between lines that only they can do actually. I love their partnership, how they can work together. When they combine their power, there is nothing in the world that can stop them.
Will you go to war with me?
I thought you never ask.
It is interesting that in Gossip Girl they created a world that even people that are involved in producing the series, they can't afford themselves such a work.
I wouldn't mind Blair's necklace from Paris or the Harry Winston ring, which literally, when I asked the Harry Winston man if I could try it on my finger, he said no.
Many interesting decisions in makeup, in hairstyle. I also love to watch again this Gossip Girl series because it shows many parts of American culture, a very beautiful language, beautiful phrases that they use. All those Blair Waldorf's dreams in noir style or in old Hollywood style.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
So this was my review on this series, a philosophy of this series, my own inspiration and things that I found really interesting by watching this again and again. And if you like this, if you agree and you found this video interesting, then make sure to hit like and subscribe for more. If you would want more philosophies, I will definitely upload them if you'll be interested in, so don't forget to click the bell not to miss my new videos and to subscribe. I wish you all to get true inspiration from things that you're watching, and remember that together we'll make our world better.
But stiff back or stiff knees, you stand straight.